Hi angels, I'm so happy to see you. I'm sorry we didn't get to visit yesterday, but I was down and out for the count. However, I have a confession to make. My friend didn't bring me that brochure. I actually was reading it in my room. We are away. Part of why I didn't say anything at first, I was afraid of people's judgment, to be honest. Auntie Angel's not immune to that either. And I thought people would say, well, if you're so sick, what are you doing, going on vacation? We had this vacation planned a while ago, and my husband pointed out it might be good for me to get away, to have no responsibilities, to just relax. Change of scenery, not seeing the same four walls, getting a little bit of sun, in case you didn't notice. Auntie Angel is a darker shade of pale. And he was right. And I spoke to my doctor. My doctor thought it would be good for my mental health. So I said, fine. We talked about, I'm not leaving the resort. They're gonna go on a couple excursions, and that's fine. It gives me a chance to rest without feeling guilty. They are going to do a taco tour. We are in Mexico, and that one I kind of miss, but there's a lot of walking involved and I just can't do it. Plus I just don't have the appetite, However, angels, I've been wearing shorts. I haven't worn shorts in 30 years. I've worn shorts every day. And you know what? I'm fine. I don't care. I don't care. I want to be comfortable, and I think I'm finding a new me, and I want you guys to find your new yous. I think what this video is going to be about is more about dealing with people's judgments and how to handle things, because I never just talk about it. I try to tell you tools I've used. I cannot do anything with my hair, okay? I did go swimming and I did do a deep condition, but then I fell asleep on it. So, wet hair, sleep, not good this morning. But just getting comfortable. Let's talk about judgment, because I find, especially people with mental health issues, depression, panic attacks, social anxiety, clear anxiety, every kind of anxiety, it makes us feel very vulnerable to judgments. So, my darlings, I want you to know they don't count, okay? The only person you need to feel good about is you, all right? Your family, if they judge you, sometimes we have to see where the judgment is coming from, okay? A lot of times, especially I find with family members, they want you to be better so much because they can't help you. They feel so helpless that they kind of put it on you. Well, if you just but in that case, that's where you have to look at them gently and say, I appreciate what you're saying to me, and I know it's coming from a place of love and support, but I need you to think about something first. No, don't talk. Just listen. Do you want me to feel better for me? Or do you want me to feel better so you can feel better and not feel so helpless? Really think about that. Now, they're going to come back and say, oh, I only want you to feel better. Say, don't answer. I want you to think about that question. I guarantee you it will open a conversation. And that's all you need to do. We learn so much from each other when we dialogue and when we have a conversation. Now, that's caring family members. Non-caring people, if they make a judgmental comment to you, look at them and say, how is this any of your business? Don't say it meanly, say it matter of fact. If it's a coworker, that can be different, because they can turn around and say, well, you give me extra work. If it's a coworker, say, the situation would be so different if it was you. And it definitely would be different if it was me dealing with you. I would be supportive. I would be kind. And just leave it at that. That way you've put it all back in their court and taken it out of your hands. Now, that being said, that's how we can talk to people. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't mean we don't carry it with us. And honeys, if you're already dealing with mental illness, any kind, you have enough to carry. You don't need to carry somebody else's garbage, okay? I want you to right now pick it off you. I'll pick it off you. I'm taking it and throwing it away. You're not allowed to have anybody else's judgments on you. Auntie Angel has spoken. Don't make me give you the stern face. That's because I love you, though. We deal with enough judgment on our own. We don't need to deal with other people's, okay? Now, let's talk about the hardest person on us, ourselves. So, in the airport, I admitted I needed a wheelchair. There's no way I could have done all that walking. But I made them load me up with all the carry-on bags so that they were just resting on me. I wasn't lifting. I was so embarrassed. I felt like a failure, you know? And you know what? That was all on me. Nobody was looking at me. Nobody cared. Nobody pitied me, except me. It made life easier for my family. It made life easier for me, you know? I slept on the plane through most of it. The ride getting out was fairly easy out of customs. The ride here was hard. It was long and it was hard and we had to wait for people and we were the last stop. So by the time we got to our room, which was 7,000 miles away from the lobby, just kidding. It was really hard. I was exhausted. And they wanted to go for a swim right away, but it was already like 4:00 in the afternoon. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap. You guys go for a swim. So that's what they did. And guess what? It made me feel better. Now, I missed out on them, but they understand. We talked about this before we came. I sat them both down and told them, look, this is gonna be how we travel from now until I'm better. This is what we have to do. And then that was the first day. Yesterday, I went in the pool because I'm a water baby. The water just makes me feel easy and calm and better. You know, it calms me. But I wasn't feeling well by the end of the afternoon. So we came back and they went to dinner and I just skipped dinner. I just said, I'm gonna lay here. I had some crackers. I had lots of fresh bottled water. I felt bad about that. I'm like, oh, I want a vacation with them. And this morning they've gone for breakfast and I'm just gonna have a rest because we found out there's a small church on the premises. So we wanna go to Mass. If it's in Spanish, I may not be able to follow along, but I think it would be nice and I think it'll be fun it'll just make me feel centered. That helps me, okay? I'm not telling anybody else what to do. It helps me. And then this afternoon, we'll go back into the water. I suggested maybe we try the quiet pool today, you know. How to feel old is watch 20-year-olds on vacation. Oh my goodness. I've started to turn into anybody who used to watch Saturday Night Live, the church lady. There was one couple that were getting quite affectionate in the pool, and I literally was like this, oh my, aren't you special? I didn't say that, but I thought it. If I had pearls, I would have been clutching them. I'm just teasing. I was young too. And there are times my husband and I can cuddle in a pool too. So, and my daughter just swims as far away from us as humanly possible. yeah. Oh, and they saw the show the first night. It was an ABBA show. And so I stayed, like I said. But because of it, my husband's been singing Super Trooper. It's stuck in his head. And I'm just like, can you please learn another song, please? So, how we judge ourselves. Guys, we're just hard on ourselves. There's no two ways around it. We're harder on ourselves than anybody else. It all boils down to loving who you are, where you are, when you are. Do you know what that means? It means I don't care what flaws you think you have or what parts of yourself you want to work on. You need to love who you are. Do you know how much I wish I could go back in time to different areas of my life and hug that person and like them? Oh my gosh, if I had liked them then, myself I mean, what a difference things could have been mentally for me. I could have saved myself a lot of heartache. But you need to like yourself. And I like you. And look, we already have something in common. We all like ASMR, right? And you tuned in for something that was about, the title is gonna say, Auntie Angel Talks Judgments. And you know what? You're already trying to help yourself. You've read that title and went, I could use this. Even if it's just to sit and study by and listen to me drone on and on, that's okay too. Whatever connects us all. You're helping connect me with other people. You're helping me. So that makes you a good person in my books. And I want you to help you. I really wish you could see yourself through my eyes. See the person you are, not just the potential you could be, which is good to focus on, but I think we focus on could be too much. How about you focus on who you are now? How about you like yourself? Look in the mirror. Like your smile. Like your eyes. Like your laugh. I hate my laugh, okay? I really do. I think I sound like a donkey. But other people say they like it. My husband loves my laugh. He said he hasn't heard it in so long. But I was laughing yesterday, so, you know, that was nice to hear. Also, did you know that when you've lost weight, where normally 2 margaritas would be okay for you, they're not anymore? Trust me on this one, guys. But yeah, it's just like today, I thought I'm not wearing shorts. Actually, I'm wearing a nice dress because we are going to Mass. Not that I ever dress up for Mass, because I remember once, I'm off topic, but this is again about judgment. Actually, this story is perfect. We went to a small, tiny little church when I grew up. It's now a parking lot, but they sold it for a fortune. So, and this woman would always come in just as Mass was starting, and she had 2 wee little ones, and they would come in their pajamas. And I could always hear the lady behind me talking to her sister. Oh, look at that, the pajamas again. She's so lazy. Blah, 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 blah. And my mother turned around and she said, why don't you speak to Father Robinson about it? And then she turned around and faced front, and she had a suspicious little smirk. And I remember thinking, Mom, that's mean. She's trying, right? And my mom would never judge someone like that. The fact that we weren't in our pajamas was just because my dad's an early riser and thinks everybody had to be up when he was up. So after church, Mom made us stay behind. And she wanted to hear what Father Robinson said, because she knew him pretty well. And he was an old priest. But, you know, he was a tell it like it is kind of guy. And she waited, and sure enough, they walked up to him and they said that he should say something to that woman. And he said, you're right, definitely I will do a sermon on this. So the next Sunday, there was a sermon on judgmental people. And he blasted them. He never said their names. He just said, if you're looking around this church at what other people are wearing, you aren't paying attention to anything, and you're missing the whole point of being here. If you're judging other people and want me to chastise them, you're missing the whole point of being here. And I loved it. I absolutely love it. He never mentioned the lady in the pajamas. I think he made it sound more like people who were dressing a little risque. So I guess he didn't want her to know that someone had complained about her. But I always remember that. So to this day, I judge no one at Mass. No one. I do see people on their phones sometimes, but I'm like, maybe they're recording it. They're here. All I care about is they're here. You know what? That's fine. But yeah, judgment, you don't get to judge anybody, okay? Not even yourself, peeps. Nobody, all right? Unless you're on a jury, you don't need to judge anybody, all right? And even then you're deliberating, you're not judging. But we don't need to carry somebody else's crap with us, all right? We've got enough of our own to deal with. So, picking off judgment, I can see it coming back on you. Guys, I love you all, and I want you to feel good about yourselves. I want you to know that you're special, because I feel like everyone in the ASMR community is special. And the ASMR community is not just content creators. It's the people who watch, because without you, we don't have anybody. Without you and your likes and your subscribes and your comments, I don't know I'm reaching anyone. And I know I reach you guys. I feel like I'm friends with a lot of you. And I want you to know that. I feel like the world is so much smaller because of the ASMR community. You know, I can't think of everyone's names right now, but I know there's Rary from France, and, you know, I've got people from Toronto, from Saudi Arabia, from Greece, from Brazil, from Argentina, Mexico, there's others, and the States, more people from Ontario. You know what? I love all of you, and I am so grateful to you. So think about that for a second. If someone is grateful to you, that means you've done something for them. That makes you a good person in my book. So give yourself a break. And when I'm finished telling you my endings, I want you to say them back to yourself. I love you. I value you. I honor you. And I am so very glad you were born. Now go look in the mirror and say it to yourselves. We'll talk later. I'll try to do a guided meditation tonight. Love you.